So if you don't know, my name is Timothy Wilkie. I'm one of the bravest motherfuckers on the planet because I'm a serial truth teller, right? People don't like you when you tell the truth. People don't even like you if you tell an semblance of the truth, right? If you're saying the truth, even if you're just saying, hey, look, my truth might be a little biased. I might be a little rough around the edges. I may not know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Even if you preface that in the beginning, right? If you even say that you're a truth teller or even a serial truth teller, look, people don't like that. People fucking hate that. They hate hearing the truth because all of society right now is being fed a capitalist lie. Most of these people, these young people around here, when they hit 30, right? Most 30-year-olds in the country, they don't own a home. You don't own a home. You think you're gonna fucking make this millionaire rapper, fucking basketball, super politician lifestyle. You're not. You're fucking not, right? And here's the thing. Here's the thing about being a brave person, right? It nets you no benefit telling the truth in this capitalist society. It does not. All right, truth number one. I had an ACL injury, right, in 2021. I tried to do some funky kung fu shit. Guess what? It's not for me. I'm half Scottish. I don't do fucking backflips, right? So number one, right, in 2021, I had a severe leg injury. Plus, I had a bad alcohol addiction, meaning I had an enlarged prostate, right? Couldn't get my dick up too well until I stopped drinking and took finasteride, right? So the whole 4 years I've been living here in Toronto. You wanna know what bravery is? Speaking the fucking truth. That's bravery, right? Because what these people were saying about me, these Toronto police and these goofy ass politicians and all these fucking people, these goofy ass news media, what they weren't saying is that it would have been an impossibility for some of these goofy ass rumors to even be true. You have to understand, when I had a leg injury, right? I have no family, I have no friends. When I tore my ACL, I had to literally nurse myself back to health. I had no one, right? I had to figure out a way to prop my body up with these crutches and walk. I had to relearn how to walk by myself, right? I would have to, all the money I made from the film industry, I had to use that money to pay for an Uber just to get groceries on my crutches. I had to relearn how to wash myself and take showers because I had a serious leg injury, right? You understand? Right? There's no way I was out there fucking sex assaulting women. I had a fucking leg injury and I had an enlarged prostate. So what the fuck do these Toronto police want to say to me? Right? You want to know bravery? It's when you're telling the truth every day and the odds are stacked against you. And I'm just going to say it. Right? Poilievre, Trump, they're not so different. A lot of these young white conservatives think they're voting Poilievre in and they're going to get some miracle government. They're not. Canada has been stagnating before you were born. Go back 50 years ago, Canada was stagnating, right? You can go back to the days of Nortel, which my grandfather, he was a scientist working for Nortel. My grandfather was really the only person that I give a fuck about in my family because he was incredibly smart, right? And he actually had some dignity and some virtue. And I don't say that a lot about white people, and that's a fucking fact. But my grandfather worked for Nortel, Northern Telecom, right? Our entire economy was based off of telecommunications. And now that we have the internet, and we have Rogers, and we have all these fucking people, a lot of young people, they don't really remember Northern Telecom, but that company was the head of our entire economy. It dictated everything. And look where we are now, right? Look how many United States people had a hands in that company, right? 80% of the companies in Canada are American owned. And you don't think these fucking tariffs are gonna affect our country? No, if you're a person of color, we should fucking dip from Canada because they're not respecting our communities. If you got a problem with me, right, think about it, right? You don't have to like me, but because they disrespected the individual, you think that they're gonna respect you? No, the Toronto Police, the RCMP, they have it rigged. If you're a person of color, you're not gonna benefit from this system if you're not marrying a white man or white woman. You're not. You're just fucking not. You will become a political victim, and that's a fact. If every person of color should just dip from Canada because the country has been stagnating for decades and it's time people just wake up and realize it's over. When you see other countries like Russia, a lot of these Eastern European countries, we say oh, they have an economy, right? But something's a little fishy about it. Something's a little weird, right? You look at these retailers, these malls and stores, they don't look as flashy. They don't look as, functional. Right? Something about these Eastern European countries, it's almost like when you shop there, you kind of know that the economy could crumble at any moment. right? And people think we got it so good in Canada, but what they don't understand is, right, Canada's gonna start looking like a lot like these Eastern European countries that just look dog shit and terrible, right? Our country's been stagnating for decades. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? Right, it's an end of an empire. America is, they're not just doing tariffs on Canada, they are doing tariffs on Mexico, right? Tariffs on China, India. Look, right, Doug Ford, if you didn't catch that article, Trump is already gearing up for other tariffs across the globe, right? They just sabotaged two of their best economic partners. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? Right, when the Canadian government is saying, oh, we have $8 billion for, missile-guided systems. Yeah, for Russia or China, or for where? Our Canadian government is fucking lying to you. They know that the States is dangerous, right? Of course we're building up our military. Are you fucking kidding me? If you're a person of color, you should fucking dip out of Canada because it's not worth it. We're not benefiting. Fuck these white people. They are disingenuous. We need to get the fuck out before our entire families and fortune are disrespected. Our culture is disrespected, right? You don't have to like me, but I had an ACL injury. I had an enlarged prostate. So you know what? They couldn't say that I was hurting women. They have the timeline, right? The Toronto police are some of the scummiest criminals in the city, and I'll never stop saying it. And now, you know what? Now I know it's the government. They're just as complicit. So fuck this country. It's not worth it. Get the fuck out of Canada while you can.